we're live. Happy Tuesday, everyone. I'm so happy. I have Chrissy here with me. Thank you so much for coming on today, Chrissy.
Oh, of course, for you anytime.
Oh my God, I love you so much. Oh my God. So, Chrissy is an affiliate manager. She is so much more to me than that. You know, me and Chrissy met. Did I say that? Okay, she's gonna share her experience with the ultimate lifestyle transformation. But first, I just want to share a little bit more about Chrissy. So we met. Now that like I actually shared my Facebook memory of preparing for competition. So it's been 5 years. We met in line at our first bodybuilding competition, and Chrissy was just like it was like the first time in so long where I met another like woman where I felt like zero judgment and only love. Like it was just like complete like heart open. I'm like, oh my God, my people. I'm so happy. And literally since then, you're just like, it's like you're just so amazing. Like you're just,
Oh, it's crazy because it's been I think it's been exactly 5 years because it was November our first show together. So it's very nice to that we kept in touch since then.
it's our friend anniversary. It's our friend anniversary.
I know.
So like we both had our right from doing bodybuilding, we both had our different types of relationships with food. We talk about this all the time about how it like completely just like it created like body dysmorphia, it created unhealthy attachments to food or rejection of food or and like I had been sharing with Chrissy that like for since I started using Purium superfoods, like how much it shifted for me and how it made life so much more simple. And I was able to let go of some like unhealthy attachments with food. I'm still working on it. I'm definitely not like there yet, but I'm a lot better than I was during that bodybuilding period. So recently this year, Chrissy did the ultimate lifestyle transformation with her partner, and every like she would just be like sending me these messages of like yay, and so I'm like, oh my goodness, will you please come and on and share your experience? So I would be so grateful if you would share like what led you to wanting to do it and
Yeah.
then your experience with it.
Yeah. So what led us towards it, I guess it's a little bit of everything, right? Like COVID kind of opens our eyes to what's really around us. And particularly food. We couldn't go to restaurants anymore. We couldn't drink as much as we used to. So we became more aware of what we're having in our bodies. And also I really wanted to cook more also. I think I found like a big passion for cooking in during COVID times. And once you go towards that step, well, we went towards that step, and then afterwards, it's like we just wanted to be better. We were tired of feeling like shit. We were tired of having like brain fog, of feeling just exhausted all the time, and we wanted a change. And we were slowly getting into having more organic kind of foods, but we weren't quite sure. Like when I started the cleanse, we didn't even know, like we knew what organic was, but we didn't know like the nine number that has to start with number nine. We went to our local market thinking that it was all organic, but it wasn't. So it was really like a learning process, but the ultimate lifestyle transformation allowed us to understand it further. Like I felt like we were just more connected like towards the end. Okay, first in the beginning it was quite challenging. But just giving up coffee, giving up alcohol. Coffee was the biggest one for both of us. We had a headache nonstop.
Yeah, yeah, it's normal. It's a
Yeah.
detox symptom.
For like the first 4 days, I felt terrible. We were both on the couch, just passed out. Like, why is this happening? But after day four, I felt like I didn't need to eat as much as I used to. Like, I feel like in bodybuilding, sorry, I'm like rambling here,
No,
but
no, it's
there's just
good.
so much to say. Like with bodybuilding, I thought that having a good source of protein, a little bit of rice, and some broccoli was healthy. And remember when we would feel guilty to have like a little bit more fruit in the morning? I cannot believe that crossed our minds in the past, and now it's like I'll take all the fruit. And that's what's amazing about the ultimate lifestyle transformation. You don't need to think about restricting yourself because you have so many foods available to you. that are good for you.
Love it so much. It's
So,
so about that. It's like not about feeling restricted. That's why I tell
no.
people like I used to make meal plans, right?
Yeah,
And I felt like that didn't help people stick to anything because no one wants to be told what not to do. You know? They want people want to make that decision for themselves. So that's why I love the ultimate lifestyle because it's like you have all these options of foods to choose from. It doesn't have to be vegan. You can still consume animal
yeah,
protein if you want to. Like you
exactly.
have all the leeway that you make it your own. But at the same time, you're detoxing. And I love that you talked about like the headaches because like that's
Oh
part
my
of it.
God.
Like, yeah, it's normal. But like what's so crazy is that all with that feeling, you always like not you like everyone we always have that toxicity within us. That those headaches are literally it leaving your body. So though it's
Yes.
uncomfortable, it's growth. The same way as like anything personal development, it's uncomfortable, but you're
Yeah.
growing.
Exactly. And I felt like it was a complete reset with my whole body because after we did it for 30 days, I felt like I wasn't hungry as much. I wasn't craving any of these fried foods anymore. And I used to crave them so much. It's like I look at it and I'm like, but what ingredients are in here? Like and you realize how much canola oil is everywhere. Right? Especially in
I
restaurants.
it's like impossible and like so I noticed this like when I first like started shifting my like lifestyle about like 7 years ago. That was huge for me, like
Mhm.
no canola oil, having it one time, and I was exhausted. I was like, what is that? Like I feel like I got hit by a bus. And then I'm like,
Yes.
I called the restaurant. I'm like, what kind of oil do you use? Canola oil. I'm like, wow. I'm like, that I've been consuming this my whole life. I just always got used to feeling low.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's
And when
crazy.
you like, so like it's only normal, right? Like you do the transformation doesn't mean like poof, you never eat the other foods again, right? We went back to eating it. Like it's just
Mhm.
it's about gradual steps. So like how did you feel the first time that you ate something that like you had avoided during the ultimate lifestyle transformation?
Okay, so I had chicken.
Oh, that's not
Okay,
even
first,
bad.
I know, but like just as an example, I did the ultimate lifestyle transformation the whole month of August, and I only cooked chicken last week.
No
And
way.
just taking out my cutting board and having chicken in there, I was like, it's so not clean. I was like, because I'm used to chopping vegetables, and that's something that I learned with the ultimate lifestyle transformation too. It's like you put so much love into your food because you actually try to realize where is it from. Once you start getting to know, like, oh, it's organic, it's like, oh, but where is it from, and who's grown it. Like I became one of those people that really wanted to know where exactly my food is from. And it also allowed me to, like, my boyfriend got into farming as well afterwards, and we got so much into like gardening. We wanted to understand more about it. We wanted to add more plants to our home. Like there's so many things. Like it just started with that one thing, and I felt like it opened up to so many other possibilities for us. Um, just to I don't know, just to say what it's done to me. Like I quit my job after the ultimate lifestyle transformation. My mind, body, and soul, like it's I've never felt so connected. Like my thoughts are more clear. I'm more connected to my body. It's like I look at a food and I'm like, that's not good for me. I'm gonna feel like shit if I if I eat that. I look at soft drinks and I'm like, no, that's not good for me. I'll get kombucha instead. But definitely getting back to like fried foods, the next day I feel it right away. There's stomach pain. My stomach pain comes back. The brain fog is like a little bit there, not as bad as before, but it's still there. And I'm just like, you just know how it feels to be, like you say, superhuman. And once you've gotten there, you just want to get back there. It's almost like it's not addictive, but it's like you just want to be your best self every day. And that's what it allowed me and Adriano to do.
Makes me so happy. Like I'm like beaming because like
Oh,
because like that's what I want. Like I never want to tell anyone what to do. I want
yeah.
them to have their own experience, and then like now you make those choices of your own volition, like because you genuinely want it. And like when people say to me, "Oh, Becky, can you eat this?" I'm like, I can have whatever ever. I
Yeah.
choose not to. And I ask you to ask you to come on to, so that more people can have that awareness that like you can want to not eat those bad foods, those unhealthy, like not nutrient dense foods. You can get to a
Yes.
place where it's something that you actually choose, and that's what makes it a lifestyle change. When someone's telling you what to do, it's
Yes.
like it's a diet. Diets don't work.
It
This
does
is
not.
right. Like this is not like we know. We know we did them for bodybuilding, and it was like as soon as we didn't have to eat it, we ate everything,
Yeah,
right?
and to be honest with you, it's the first time in 5 years where I felt like I finally had control of food because I felt like food was controlling me. Bodybuilding did that a lot to me, to you, to us. We were used to a certain look, and we thought that that look is associated to a certain type of food, a certain type of diet, but that didn't make me feel great. Like, even at our best shape of our lives, I did not feel great. I felt weak. I felt like constant brain fog,
Yeah. Yeah.
always moody. Whereas with the ultimate lifestyle transformation, I just felt always happy. I was always happy. I was like, I just always want to cook.
I love
Back
that.
to my hobbies. It's like there's just so much balance that comes with it. And what I love too, and what helped me a lot with going through all of that in August was reading about like I read the China study while I was yeah, so good. And you get to understand more about what you're doing, right? Like the more educated you are about it, the more you understand what you're going through, and you just feel so much more connected. And you're also like when people ask you questions, you just read about it, so you can actually inform them about it too. So it's just like it's like a domino effect, you know?
I'm so happy right now.
Yeah.
I'm, I'm like, oh my God, yeah, yeah. I'm like, you're just describing like everything that I felt, and like, again, people just like need to have their firsthand experience, like, and I feel that this is so important. I also just want to touch again, like, it's so important that
Yes,
we talk about it, but just like how you talked about how much connection you had with your food by like
yes,
cutting it, and we've just gotten so far from that, like
yeah.
Uber Eats, this, that, and the other, like. Your food is energy, like your food is information. You
Hmm.
want to have that connection with it. Like every time I eat, like I'm not a religious person, I'm a spiritual person, but I like bless it. I say thank you for it, and that
Yes,
came through, right? Like from actually like realizing, okay, this is good from the like the doing the research. That's why I always encourage people to do the research. I didn't even have to tell you, you did it. I
yeah.
love that so much. And now next time that we hang out, we're talking about the China study.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
Oh my God, I love this so much.
Absolutely.
So if you had someone to like, who would you recommend the ultimate lifestyle transformation to?
Wow, anybody, everyone. Everyone, literally.
I love it.
I mean, a lot of people have been asking, they're like, what are you and your boyfriend doing? Like, you guys look great, my hair, okay, my hair always looked like pretty good, but like it's looking even better. Like it's growing really well. And then my face too,
I
yeah,
noticed
my
that when we hung out, like like when you guys were
yes,
doing it, both you and Adriana was like, you guys
like
are glowy.
glowing. Yeah, it's like there's no more pimples. It's like the stress is just gone. You just feel so much more calm, like, and I mean, mind you, you also get to lose weight and you're not even trying, so that's the best part of this whole thing.
I
and
love
and the fact that it's also not diet, you just feel like you're just eating and
that.
you're losing weight and you're feeling great. Like, I don't know.
I love it. I love it. It's just like it's like what is it? Like it's we're no longer doing this the sad diet, which is the standard
Yeah,
American diet. It's just a totally
it's a
like new
different
but natural.
yeah, it's a totally different approach. And when you look at your plates with all of these vegetables, you're like, this is like the colors of the rainbow. Like, this is what nature wants us to have. This is what God wants us to have. Like, we get there, but it's just, and I love taking pictures of my food.
Yes, yes. Oh my God. And everything she would post it because we have a private Facebook group for everybody that's using the superfoods, and she was posting it in there. I'm like, okay, I want to make that. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. So
it's
colorful,
great.
so beautiful.
so colorful. It's totally Instagrammable, you guys, by the way.
I know. It's so pretty. Yeah, you know, on Chrissy, you posted some on your Instagram, right? On your page?
Yes, yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my goodness, you guys, you're missing out. Chrissy
yeah.
Salazar. You check out her page. Oh my goodness.
Yes,
Well, thank you so much for sharing.
of
Thank you
course.
for coming
I
on. And
mean, I don't even know what else to say because like there's just so much that's happened in our lives ever since. Like 2021 has been a hard time for all of us, really. But like going through the ultimate lifestyle transformation is literally like one of the best memories of 2021 for both of us because like for example we don't go to grocery store anymore just because I don't really trust what I see in there. So we've been going on loofah farms, and loofah farms, it's like organic and a lot of the stuff are local. And what's really fun is when you click, you can see the history of like the farm, or like you can look at the ingredients, which is amazing. So it's like we don't even go to a grocery store anymore because you know you'll never know. There's like one or two ingredients that are sneaking in there, and you have no idea. Or they say it's organic, but it's like not. It doesn't look legit in my opinion. I don't know. So
yeah,
I'm just like I'd rather get the local stuff, and it's like so many. It changed our lives in so many levels. That's all I can say.
and it's so smart. Local is also so
Yes,
important, right? Less, they don't have to transport it. That makes a difference
exactly.
also. That's what I always to keep in mind. So
Yes,
thank you so much for coming on and sharing your
of
story. I'm so
course. Thank
grateful.
you, Becky. Thank you.
Thank you so much. If you guys have any questions for me or for Chrissy, please feel free to reach out. And yeah, have an amazing day. Thank you again so much, Chrissy. I love you.
You're welcome. I love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.